Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's a snowy January 26th, 2026. Great to be with all of you today. My name is Bob Lang, and it's time for our Daily Bites. We bring these to you every Monday and Thursday morning, roughly around 8:30, 8:45, to get you started and talking a little bit about what's happening in the markets and in the economy, the Fed, any news that's hitting that could affect us. With positions that we have, how we can position ourselves for the days ahead. So let's talk a little bit about the markets. Well, first of all, it's Monday and it's the last week of trading in January. So we have 5 more trading days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. January will be in the books, and we'll be starting February trading on February 2nd. Markets look like they're a little soft right now, well off their lows of the overnight session. Now, take a look at the opening last night. This was ugly. The markets opened up down about 1.5% lower, but rallied back sharply and came back down a little bit here around midnight, rallied back to the highs of the morning at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, came down again and rallied back again. And now we're only down about 4.5 handles on the S&P 500, 80 or 67 on the NASDAQ, and just negligible on the Dow Industrial. So what's the big story right now? Obviously, down here on the bottom left, it's gold. Gold was up over $110 at one point this morning. It's well over $5,000 an ounce, first time ever. Silver above $100 an ounce, which is silver's up about 8% right now. Pretty strong move for these precious metals, but they've been running for quite a while, right? And a lot of people have been hesitant to get on board a trade like this when the momentum is strong. And I'll tell you that it's been the dip buyer's paradise with silver and with gold as well too. So I know a lot of people are concerned that they jump on board, they're going to be the one holding the bag. The last one in is a rotten egg, so that sort of thing. But I'll tell you, you know what? I mean, if you manage your risk carefully, if you put in only what you can afford to lose, and you do happen to get struck unluckily that you are the last one in, and the gold and the silver goes down before you have a chance to make a profit. Well, you know what? It was okay. So you're only losing a small amount of money. Hopefully, if the momentum rides out, maybe gold will take off and move to a much higher place, maybe 5,500. That's probably the next spot that I'm looking at, another 10% higher from here. Silver about 110 right now, maybe to 125 or something like that, just for the momentum. It has nothing to do with the fundamentals of the metals right now. I think a lot of governments out there are clamoring for reaching for precious metals like platinum and silver and gold and copper. Copper not being a precious metal, but still industrial metal. And a lot of countries are coming after these things, dumping dollars and going after these hard currencies right now. They're worried about inflation. They're worried about what's happening around the world. Gold has always been a great safe haven for not just inflation, but for in times of uncertainty with wars and battles going on around the world. So it historically, for thousands of years, been that store of value. So, we may be seeing that once again. So new highs in gold and silver today. S&P 500, not too far away from an all-time high itself. Also, the Russell 2000. Small caps made a new all-time high last week. Here's the S&P 500 for you. We're all-time highs just under 7,000. We are at 69.15, so we're about 1.5% away from an all-time high. Let's take a look at the Russell 2000 here right now, IWM. And now it hit an all-time high, but it had an ominous candle on Thursday. Look at that. Had a reversal candle, and it had a big red bar on Friday. So what do we call this pattern? We have the green bar, a doji, and then a red bar down over here. This is what we call an evening star. An evening star pattern is a 3-day candlestick pattern where you have a green bar, or a white bar in this case, a reversal, and a down day. Now, I like these patterns. These are pretty reliable. They work for me, but I like to see a little confirmation. What is confirmation? That would be an additional day to the downside on the Russell 2000. So what do we got working right now? So right now we see that the Russell 2000 is up about 7 cents right now. Very little, very slight move up right now on the Russell 2000 IWM. You can see that right over here, 264.81. It's 84.85 right now. So we'll have to see how this plays out. If we get a lower high and a lower low on this index over here, then we could have some more downside, perhaps down to the 20-day moving average. 20-day moving average on the IWM comes in at about 258. So that would be about another 5% down. So we'll see if that happens, right? Again, we have to see it, let it play out. We can anticipate, we can look at patterns and how they may play out. But if we try to anticipate and get ahead of it, then that causes some trouble and we may not get to where we want to go. So I think it's best to wait for that confirmation and wait for the pattern to actually play out and confirm. So let's see. Let's go back to the S&P 500 one more time. Volume trends have been pretty good, pretty strong so far in 2026, right? Look at the heavy volume over here, but we've really gone nowhere, really gone sideways in the S&P 500. And it's the MACD is bearish. The Russell 2000 making lower highs and lower lows as well too. And you know, we tested that 50-day moving average about a week or so ago. Last Tuesday, market got slammed, but we bounced back over here. So the problem I see here, we're making lower highs over here as well, to lower highs, lower lows. Where would be a danger sign for the S&P 500? Well, let's mark that up right here for you. It would be right here, right there. And what is that? That is the December low. December low comes in at about 67.25 to 67.30. You don't want to break that in the first 3 months of the year, or else you get some disaster. That happened last year in February. We broke below that that December low, and you know what happened, of course, in April, right? Markets fell apart. So you got to keep an eye on that December low, 67.25, 67. Right now we're safe. Right? I mean, we're up at 69.15, a good 2% away from that happening. So I think for 2.5% away. So I think for now we're safe, but you know, keep an eye on that. We had a big surprise last Tuesday, and there's always surprises around the corner. So big week coming up, right? Fed meeting starts tomorrow. It's the first Fed meeting of 2026. There's a new set of governors, 4 new governors that are going to be voting on the panel this year for 2026. It is the first of 3 more meetings left for, or 4 more meetings left for Chair Powell before he exits as the chair. We may have a new chair replacement announced sometime soon. It could be after this meeting. It could be next month. We don't know. I think the odds seem to be favoring somebody like now a Rick Reeder or from BlackRock, or Kevin Warsh, maybe even Chris Waller, who's on the board of Federal Reserve Board right now. So any of those 3 would probably be very good, very competent Fed chairs. My particular choice would be Kevin Warsh. I think he would be ideal for this committee as the chairman. So, but you know, nobody's asking my opinion for officially to nominate anyone. So we'll see how that goes. Earnings this week, big earnings this week. We have quite a few names that are in the NASDAQ 100 coming out. Some Mag 7 names like Apple and Meta and Microsoft and Tesla. 4 of the Mag 7 names are going to be reporting earnings this week. Apple on Thursday, Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla on Wednesday after the close. We have some earnings coming out tomorrow. Boeing is a big one. That's the one I like. UPS is going to be reporting as well, too, in the morning. RTX, former Raytheon, is going to be reporting as well, too. Northrop Grumman. Some of these names were strong earlier in the month of January, pulled back a little bit, so they're going to be a good opportunity to add some even before earnings come out. ServiceNow has been in the tank for a while now. They're coming out with earnings Wednesday after the close. IBM is a name that I like that's going to be reporting as well too after the close on Wednesday. Oils come out on Friday morning. ExxonMobil and Chevron, among a few others. American Express will be reporting at the in the open at just before the open on Friday morning as well too. So end of the month, Fed meeting. Volatility is well, it's moderate right now, 16.5. earnings, lots of stuff coming up. In addition, quite a bit of economic data coming in. We have the PPI data, which was delayed, supposed to be out a couple weeks ago. That's coming out. This is for December. We had a little bit of data this morning as well, too. Looks like it's positive. If anybody's been taking a look at the GDP Now estimate for GDP in the fourth quarter, pretty strong number that they're predicting right now, 5.4% for the fourth quarter of 2025. That's coming off a 4.4 in third quarter of 2025. So that's a pretty impressive move. Of course, it's going to change. It's going to move with the data when it comes out, especially when the jobs data comes out. Some of the manufacturing data comes out. Some of the other soft data that's coming out as well too. So don't expect this this to be static. It's going to move quite a bit, but right out of the gate, 5.4%, pretty impressive. If we hit close to that number, in when they report it in end of what's going to be the April or no, end of January of this week, or maybe it might be out early in February. So we'll see what happens. Anyhow, that's going to be it, everyone. I appreciate everyone spending a little bit of time with me today. Just a quick reminder, tomorrow on the 27th, if you're in the Leaps Club, we will be having a members-only Leaps webinar where we're going to be talking about the Leaps plays that we're going to be doing for 2026. I'm very excited to spend a little bit of time with you guys. If you're coming to the webinar, prepare to spend a little bit of extra time with me, maybe an hour and a half, maybe possibly 2 hours, talking about the new trade ideas. We're going to be working through those during the session. If you're not in the service, I don't know what to tell you. We're up 107% last year. So if you would like to come in, there's still an opportunity to do it. Go to explosiveoptions.net. Go to trading services like this over here. Go to Leaps. Hit join today, and you can join. I will give you the code for a $100 off the service. It is Leap in 2026 is the code to get $100 off. Okay, so if you're new and you want to jump into the service, try it with us. Go to the website, sign up here, and you're going to instantly get $100 off. That's going to go away after this week. So you have an opportunity to, again, actually, it's probably going to go away after tomorrow, because I don't want anybody coming in there listening to the new trade ideas and taking advantage and then canceling the service. So I want everybody to have an opportunity to get in here and listen to what we're going to do. Again, up 107% last year. We've set the bar pretty high for our returns in 2026. So hopefully we can get to where we want to go. Last thing. I will be in New York next week doing some media stuff. So you have a chance to watch me on the 3rd of February, which is the Tuesday next week. I will be on CNBC about 2:25, 2:30 in the afternoon, talking on the Market Navigator, talking some options trades. I'll be on Schwab earlier in the morning and doing stocks and translation for Yahoo on the prior day. So hopefully get a chance to watch that. So thanks very much for spending a little bit of time with me, and hopefully you guys are staying warm. The weather's not affecting you at all. And I got my exercise this morning. Leanne and I also, we were doing some shoveling. Tony was helping us out as well too. And we got a little bit more shoveling to do today, but got our exercise already. And stay safe, everyone. And I will see you guys all back on Thursday. And hopefully we get a little bit of sunshine.
Thank you for that thing that goes to waste. You're my spark of nature's fire. You're my sweet, complete desire. Sunny one, so true. Yes, I love you.